Hello my friends. Today I will ask myself once again, why is all this satanic illuminati symbolism in video games? There can be multiple answers for this question. We live in a mostly atheist world now. Even the ones who call themselves Christians don't really live their lives in accordance with the belief system. The culture has changed a lot, and in time satanic symbols have become just a way of saying rock on, or an instrument to create a funny, dark, inspired little game. No one takes Satanists serious, or Christians, but somehow the symbolism of Satanism is still popular, and a lot of people who use them don't even know why. They just think it's cool. God is lame, Satan is somewhat cool, so they don't mind playing a game full of satanic elements or even ask the question why it's in that game. Now the developers of such a game could be real Satanists, or could be possessed themselves to make such a game, or they could well be just some guys who know what is popular and execute what the people want in order to make some money, without getting emotionally or spiritually invested in it. Either way, if you are a Christian, you will be affected by it, and no one will care that you are affected by it, because Christians are outdated now, but satanic symbols are popular. It's even more interesting when they mix the satanic symbolism with Illuminati symbolism. That's the winning combination actually, because you can't get more occult specific than that. To me it confirms that these two elements do work together, and to a game developer it could potentially mean that they just want to troll me with this perfect Christian conspiracist triggering combination. Cult of the Lamb looks like a satanic parody game, but it also looks like a blatant Illuminati satanic statement. In Christianity, the lamb represents innocence, purity, but also victory. Jesus is the Lamb of God. He gives himself up for us in the ultimate sacrifice. The Satanist objective is to reverse all the Christian meanings and mock God, as well as distort and deceive perceptions regarding these symbolisms. In Cult of the Lamb, you are a lamb that is about to be sacrificed so that the prophecy of an evil god cannot happen. These other characters make sure to kill all the living things which can be used as vessels by this evil god for his return. Indeed, you are sacrificed and you find yourself on the other side in front of this evil god, which is simply named the One Who Waits. This guy is trapped very similarly to how Lucifer was cast away by God and his angels in the barren land or the bottomless pit, from which he will return at the end of days. The One Who Waits tells you that by killing you, they actually brought you faster to him, and that now he can bring you back to life if you accept to do his bidding. He gives you his red crown of power so you can vanquish your new enemies and kill the bishops that guard the keys to freeing the One Who Waits. The red crown is very much, in my opinion, an all-seeing eye that lives in a sentient matter black goo type of body. Once on your head, it becomes your third eye and can be used as a weapon. This eye can shape itself into a sword, and you can use it for your evil purposes that this Satan-type character now gives you. He actually gives you plenty of advice on how to create your own cult of followers, how to make them blindly obey you, and how to use them as a fuel for your goals of destruction. Through the way they say things, it's almost like they hint on how God himself is just an evil cult that uses its believers for his own selfish goals, which is of course a deceiving message. Now this type of message is very subtle because it's not an objective reference, but rather subliminal, and a speculation on my part. At one point, the One Who Waits tells you something on the lines of, you can make your followers do horrible things, and even if they complain about it, you can reclaim their trust and obedience by performing a small miracle or a good deed from time to time. Make what you want of it, but I think it's a subtle statement of what these developers think about God and his followers. Now, whenever you fight these bosses, it's always on top of a pentagram or a sigil, sometimes with an all-seeing eye on it, if the red crown wasn't enough for you. When you finish doing his bidding, you'll have the options of freeing Satan. He will tell you that only he is worthy of wearing the crown, and that you did well using it, almost as good as him, but you must now give his red crown all-seeing eye back. Oh, and you'll also have to accept to be sacrificed in his name and join his cult as a spirit. The game gives you choices. You can either sacrifice yourself, give his crown and free him, or you can choose to fight him, defeat him, and have everyone follow your sick cult instead. The cinematic at the end of it says everything. all mindless zombies floating around. You can also choose to kill Satan or get him as a follower in your cult. Why would it be a sick cult if you win? Well, because you basically took Satan's weapon and carved your empire in the same way that he would. And your followers don't have any free will. They are just in some kind of floating dumb bliss in a hive mind rather than being free and independent beings of good, which is what God is offering. The beings in this game love their blind obedience, hive mind bliss of mindless destruction, similarly to how people in the real world love their obedience to the hive mind of destruction. They love their government, they love to obey everything it tells them, and they love to destroy everyone who talks against it. They love to consume brainwash entertainment that makes fun of what is good and embrace a more morally relativistic culture, believing in nothing and wanting to become one with the machine, one with Satan, one with the AI, dehumanize everything, etc. The cult of Lamb may be just a joke, but what if it's not? What if it's part of a series of games and other entertainment, brainwashing us with lies, showing us the truth in our faces, but laughing at us at the same time? The symbolism to me is a bit too specific to be just a joke in my opinion, but you can feel free to have your own opinion, so let me know what you think in the comments. I will always fight for freedom of speech. This was a game that was suggested to me by one of my viewers in the comments. Thanks for the suggestion. And if you guys have more suggestions, just let me know. Together we can find the patterns and get closer to the truth. Thanks for watching this video. This is Vlad, signing out.